Hello students, welcome you all. In previous videos we have seen what is a metallurgy and we have seen what is the syllabus for this subject metallurgy. In today's video we are going to study what are the materials, what are different types of the materials and what are the properties of metals, because metallurgy is concerned with the extraction of metals from the ores. Therefore we have to study, or we must know, what are the various types of materials available in nature and what are the properties of the metals in detail, because in further lectures or further chapters we will go through all these types of materials as well as the properties many times. So you must know these properties of the metals. So firstly we will study what are the materials. Now just look around, you will find that various materials are there which are made up of, or various applications are there which are made up of different materials. Our clothes are made up of materials. Our home is also made up of a different material, mostly it is a manufactured. Glass windows, vinyl sliding, or metal silverite, then ceramic dishes, etc. etc. All these applications have different material by which it has been made. Most things are made from the many different kind of materials. The types of materials, first is metals. Now these are the materials that are normally combination of the metallic elements. Metals are quite strong but malleable and tend to have a lustrous look when polished. So basically the materials can be divided into two parts, metals and non-metals. The metals have the lustrous look, they are strong and they can be converted or shaped into any form, whereas the non-metals are less strong, they are brittle and they are not as lustrous as metals. So metals are used in many applications. Non-metals can be classified into few types, that is ceramic materials, plastic materials, again semiconductors. All these will be the non-metals. So firstly we have seen the metals. Many applications around you are made up of metals. Then ceramic metals, they are generally compounds between the metallic and non-metallic elements. They are insulating and resistant to the high temperature and a harsh environment. So the applications are shown in these diagrams also. For the ceramics, they are the compounds which are generally having the properties between the metallic and non-metallic elements. These are called as ceramics. Generally in first diagram of that ceramic, it is shown one of the insulating material which is used in the electric poles to avoid the heat transfer between the two wires. Next, plastics is also one kind of a non-metal and it is also called as a polymer. They are generally the organic compounds. They are based upon the carbon and hydrogen, that's why they are called as organic compounds. They are having a very large molecules or molecular structure. These are the linkages, that's why it is called as a polymers. And around us there are many applications of these plastics. Different materials in the cars are as shown in the diagram, which are made up from the plastic material. Next, semiconductors, they are having the electrical properties intermediate between the metallic conductors and the ceramic insulators. The application of the semiconductor are generally in the electric field, because they are having the intermediate properties between the metallic conductors and ceramic insulators. These op-amps, resistors, capacitors, diodes, transistors, ICs are made up of these semiconductor materials. Now these are few types of the materials. Many more types of materials are also there, but we will focus on these four types of material, that is the metals, ceramic materials, plastic materials, semiconductor materials. Then we must focus on the properties of the material, because we require these properties frequently in all the chapters. Mechanical properties are the properties that are associated with the ability of the metal to resist the load. The heavily influence of these characteristics of the metal. Based on these properties, the characteristics of metals are there, and based on these characteristics or properties, the applications of the metal will be there. So we must know these properties. Now following are the some properties which we are going to discuss one by one. First is elasticity. Whenever an external force is applied on a metal, it deforms. The elasticity is the property by virtue of which the metal regains its original shape when the external force applied on it is removed. This is called as an elasticity. Whenever external force is removed, the material will regain its original shape, is called as an elasticity. Plasticity. Plasticity is the property by which the metal retains its deformation permanently when the external force applied on it is removed. Example is a forming process, forging process, hammering process, in which the material will get permanent deformation when external force is removed. This property is called as a plasticity. You remember all these properties and the types of material, because we are going to have the MCQ test based on these first three videos. In first video we have seen the what is metallurgy, then what are the branches of metallurgy. In second video we have seen the syllabus. In third video we have seen the types of materials and the properties of metals. Based on these, MCQ test will be there on the Moodle. You have to solve that MCQ test. So third property is ductility. Ductility is the property by which a metal can be drawn into a thin wire. It is determined by the percentage elongation and the percentage reduction in the area of the metal. The property by which the metal can be deformed into thin wire is called as a ductility. Generally the metals have a good ductility property. Next, toughness. When the huge external force is applied on the metals, the metal will experience a fracture. Toughness is the ability of the metal to resist this fracture. Now some metals are having good toughness property. We say that means actually when the external force is applied on the metal will experience a fracture. When it is having a good toughness, the metal will resist to that fracture. This is called as a toughness. Malleability. Next property is malleability. It is the property by which the metal can be rolled into a thin sheet. Highly malleable metals like mild steel are extensively used in making of the sheet metals. Malleability means the property by which the metals can be rolled into thin sheet. Generally mild steels are having a good malleability, that's why they are used for making the sheets. Next, strength. When the external forces are applied on a metal, breaking or yielding may occur. The strength is the property of the metal by which it resists the external force without breaking or yielding. The resistance to the external force without breaking or yielding is nothing but a strength of that metal. Next property, stiffness. When the external force is applied on the metal, it develops an internal resistance. This internal resistance developed per unit area is called as a stiffness. Per unit area is called as a stress. And the stiffness is the ability of metal to resist the deformation under stress. Now the stiffness is generally the property of a material, and stiffness is the ability of that metal to resist the deformation under stress. Stress is force upon area, force per unit area, and stiffness is exactly opposite of that stress. That is, stiffness is the ability of the metal to resist the deformation under stress. So this is the stiffness. Every material is having different stiffness and is a property of the material. Next, creep. when the metal is subjected to constant load below its yield point at a high temperature for a prolonged period of time, it undergoes a permanent deformation. This tendency of a metals is called as a creep. Creep is nothing but a tendency of a metal to undergo a permanent deformation, is nothing but a creep. Next, resilience. Resilience is the ability of metals to absorb the energy and resist the soft and impact load. Resilience is the ability of the metal to absorb the energy and resist the soft and impact loads. Next, hardness. Hardness is the ability of metal to resist the permanent change of the shape caused by the external force. Hardness is the ability of the metal to resist the permanent change of the shape caused by the external force. Now, all these properties, whatever we have seen from first, there's elasticity, plasticity, ductility, toughness, malleability, strength, stiffness, creep, resilience, hardness, all these can be measured and can be tested for metal. So in metallurgy, in syllabus, we have seen one chapter is there, that is a mechanical testing. In that chapter we are going to study how to measure some of the properties of the metal. So in that chapter also we will revise all these properties of the material, but before that also you must know all these properties of the metal. So understand this properly. Thank you all. In next lecture we are going to start a new chapter. First chapter, sorry, it is actually a sixth chapter in syllabus, that is the introduction to the powder metallurgy. That chapter we are going to start from the next video. So stay tuned. Thank you all.